All right, guys, welcome back. This is episode 7. We are on two hands, as we said
I know.
previously. Before we get started, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, click on that notification bell. Be sure to leave us some comments here wherever you're listening so we know if you're enjoying the episode or not. And we are going to have some fun today because we are about to laugh our ass off.
Yeah. And y'all know we like to laugh.
Right.
So it's
Ridiculously. We sound like hyenas sometimes looking back, but that's all right. We like having fun. We have Miss Kyndra Crump here. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey,
How are you?
still not loving these hoes. How y'all feeling today?
Same.
I feel seen. I feel seen. All right, we don't. I mean, we don't want them to have me. We're doing good. So thank you. So we know you are.
Thank
booked.
you all so much for having me and not thinking I was a bot and just sending my thing to trash. My message
checked
to trash.
you out.
I appreciate y'all.
We didn't get the Nigerian scam, so we
Right.
were like, oh, I mean, she got
Have y'all ever been scammed before in life? Like at any point in your life, have you ever been scammed?
No.
No, not financially, but I think people switch their personalities up. And I consider that a scam.
Oh, that is a scam.
That's a scam to me.
That is a scam.
You bait and switch.
I've been
So yes,
scammed on
yes,
both,
I have.
but I've been scammed like. I feel like living here in Atlanta, you're going to get scammed at least one time, like living here, honey.
Yeah, y'all are the Mecca
That's where y'all
scammers.
at.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't know if you have a port or what.
I think they must do master classes on
Have
scamming
to.
and ATL.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all find a real job. You too old to be scamming, man. Like, let me tell y'all what happened with me when I actually got scammed. I was about to say started scamming. I'm like, nope, I can't do that. Anyway, I'm trying to scam. Listen,
Y'all heard it here first.
I'm trying to do a polite way. Like, you know how there's some women out there who can like easily talk a man out of his money, like she's scamming him. I need to have the gift of gab like that. People like, Kendra, you got the gift of gab. I'm like, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. Okay, I'm still rich broke over here, people. Back to the story. So this is what happened when I ended up getting scammed. Okay, so I was working out at the gym at La Fitness, and for all the slow ones in the back, that's LA Fitness.
Yes.
Okay, so I was out
Fancy.
there, working out, leaving the gym. I looked both ways across the street because I was in the hood, right? And so I looked both ways across the street, make sure no random crackhead or no dog out of nowhere. You know how there's always just a dog just in the hood. I'm like, bro.
Some
Like,
random
where's your
hit boy.
home? Find your home, sir. Okay, well, anyway. So I walked to my car. I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing, right? I'm about to jump. I'm jumping my car. I'm about to close the door. And this woman and a child come out of nowhere like cats, right? Like two cats. They just came out of nowhere. So they start going over their little lines and whatnot. And so the child hugs me like on cue. And I'm like, you know what? Let me give you a few dollars. All right, here you go. So normally, which is like 100% of the time, whenever I do a nice deed, I never tell no one because you're not supposed to do that. I think it's corny as shit when you're out there like show, hey, did you know like I just paid somebody's rent? Okay,
Right.
what, you want a cookie? Like,
Right.
hell am I supposed to do with that information? I told my sister. She said to me, describe what she looked like. And I described her. She says, oh, I saw her in this part of town yesterday. And I was like, what? All of a sudden, like, y'all don't know me very well, okay? All of a sudden, I was about to like drive all over the city of Atlanta trying to find this woman. And you guys remember that episode of Martin when Gina and Martin were in the train station and Gina puts her hand through the window of the clerk because he was getting all crunk with her and she banged him against her. Honey, yes, I was about to do it to her, but she was smaller than me, so what I was gonna do was, I'm not a big person. I'm like 5'6", 180 pounds. She had to be like 4'11", maybe like 120, right? So I was gonna pick her up and turn her over and shake her, just shake her like this, right? Like I was gonna Debo her, honey. Okay, that's what I was gonna do, right? And I was gonna take her money and keep it for me. All right, just saying.
Yeah, that sounds like the look. I feel like we seen it. The lady on Wawa on 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does. Yeah.
And come find out she has a whole apartment next door to the Wawa. Living good, but couldn't tell. Scammers.
You know what? There was a woman that reminds me. There was a woman in my neighborhood. Like I don't know if she expired. I don't know where the hell this woman is because she ain't nowhere. She ain't nowhere. In this neighborhood no more. I don't see her walking no more. Right? So because I live in the hood too. Right? So she would always go to the Family Dollar. And she would be out there asking for money, asking for things. And one time she was walking past and she asked my sister for a ride. And my sister's like, what? Do they do that around here?
Absolutely not.
My sister's bougie, okay? I'm hood bougie.
I'm with
all
you.
right?
Is she hood adjacent?
Must be. She must be. She must be. Anyway, needless to say, yeah, I ain't seen this woman since. So I mean, and she, her skin was getting all soggy and wrinkly. It started probably. I'm pretty sure somebody like licked it. It probably would taste like those soggy ass frosted flakes or whatever. Okay, bran flakes. That's probably what it be probably tasting like. Okay, just that's like an old people's like cereal. Like shout out to all the old people out there, the ones that be in my DM. Okay, sir, let me tell you something. One stroke and you're dead, ma'am. I ain't had a ma'am yet. I want a old sugar mama.
I was gonna say sugar daddy is a thing. You might want to be a sugar baby.
No, because they're gonna want some sugar. No, listen, they're gonna want to like plow their sugar inside me. I don't want them plowing no sugar inside me. Okay, ain't no man just gonna want to give you head and keep it moving. He's gonna want to do something with you later on. I don't have time for that mess. Okay, I just want to get some head and keep it moving. Okay,
He gonna want you to give him a sponge bath and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I can give him a sponge bath, but I mean, it's an accomplishment if I come across a 90-year-old man who just wants to give me head. Any 90-year-old people, I feel like you listen to this podcast because you just want to be young. Okay, listen, hit my DM.
We're gonna give y'all her at the end.
And let's be very specific.
That's the
her DMs, not
GFP. No, if they slide in your DMs, direct them to me. Okay, that's all
we got you. We got you. We're gonna forward all that energy over there.
Every time I think about old men, I think about that scene in Big Daddy where Adam Sandler's like old balls, and I'm like, oh, gross.
Yeah,
no,
I can't do it.
No,
I mean, what's the oldest that you guys remember vividly having somebody come and try and holler at you?
I don't think old men be trying to holler at me. And if they do, maybe I just ignore them.
What about when you were a teenager, which was like 5 years ago?
It was not.
5, but thank you.
So I feel like when I was a teenager, I'm not gonna lie, probably like some 30, 40-year-old man, and I was disgusted. Sir,
I think the reason that they do that is because there are women out there who have like quote unquote dad issues, low self-esteem. So they're looking for a father and figure. And then also on top of that, with these old men, what I've realized is they want to be able to find a woman who's not like susceptible to their BS, so they can just kind of run you and stuff like that. Yes. They'll be like, oh, well, it don't take much to impress her. I got some money. I can take her get her feet done. But when you get older, real women like, okay, and what else can you offer me, sir? Yeah. But when you young, thinking like, I used to get jealous of like girls like in high school having older boyfriends, right? Boys with the cars. I just still had to catch the bus. I didn't like that. I wanted to have some good treatment. I'm just saying. But I was 14 years old and I got hit on by a guy who was like in his 30s. I feel like this brother was in his 30s. And what was so disrespectful was the fact that my kid brother was next to me and he didn't even pay attention to what was going on.
Sir, no. That's because he was just in oblivion, minding his business.
No one would even think like I'm 13. Why would I think a 30-year-old's coming?
I mean, but you know what? Here's the thing, though. I've always looked grown, right? Like nobody could tell my age. Like even though I'm older now, even though I'm like a grown adult now, I still look young. Like you can't really ever tell whatever. That's called sperm on your face. Use some. Back to the story. So with all that being said,
with the hydrochloric acid,
shout out to the men out there with clean sperm, man. I ain't ran into none of y'all yet. Probably why I got a couple pimples up here. Back to the story. But no, it's like you can tell, like even if you have to guess, like, okay, how old a person is, just by listening to them talking their conversation and sometimes, keyword sometimes, because I know some people who are in their 30s and they going on like 15. Sometimes the best thing. I'm like, y'all don't ever grow up. Sometimes also, like I said, listen to how they talk, their mannerism. If you try to invite them out for drinks, like, oh, well, I can't go. Or they try to show up with a fake ID. Ma'am, sir, this is a fake ID. Well, how old are you? 17 and a half.
Absolutely right. Do the math, because your age don't match. And they can't even do the math of what the year says. Like, exactly. Bye.
Girl, well, you already got us cracking up.
Right.
So we have
I was like, that's the intro. That's the intro.
That's the intro. That's the warm-up.
That's warm loop.
Because we got questions. So we're going to start with a quick game of this or that because we've been getting surprised. We've been trying to play this game too in our story to see which one's got to go, things like that. So we want to know if we need to put you on the list of people that tried to get rid of Martin, but we'll save that.
People are trash. We've learned. But
so the
we have hope in you.
Yes.
For you.
So the first one is permission or forgiveness?
Would you rather ask for permission first or ask for forgiveness?
I would rather ask for permission first because I feel like I'm at a point in my life I don't need you to ask for, hey, you need to apologize to me. I don't have time for that. Like, permission's cool with me because there's some things I be violating people. Like, I don't know, I'm a touchy person, so sometimes I need to probably ask for permission. But right when I feel they about to say yes, I open their mouth, I start touching on them. They're like, ooh, I'm like, yeah, you like this. In the pandemic, honey, I don't give a damn. I be washing my hands afterwards. So
I'm about to say, as long as you clean and keep it moving.
I was about to say, GFE always says yes to consent. Okay.
Exactly. Are you asking for permission or forgiveness?
Forgiveness.
Yep.
I'm asking for forgiveness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's okay. And then I'm just going to smile and it's going to be fine. We're going to reset.
Ask now, repent later. Or do now, repent later. Actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so drums or flats? And yes, I'm judging.
Mm-hmm. Definitely drums and blue cheese with it. Okay.
Drums.
Look, we thought she was going to say flats. Like, ooh. You didn't say it.
Yes. Drums and blue cheese with it, honey.
Okay, I'm with the blue cheese. But I need drum has too much meat for me.
I love all that meat. That's why I'm all so thick, man. Meat from different things. So yes.
Right. Some situation, that's okay.
Yeah.
Not on the chicken.
I like my chicken skinny.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to make.
So, Ursher or Chris Breezy?
Wait. The hell? What'd you just call him?
His name is Ursher.
Okay. Or Christopher Maurice Brown.
That sounds okay. You remind me of Ludacris, how he used to say it. All right. So I'm gonna go with Chris Brown.
Woo!
Ding ding ding.
No, we know. We liked you.
All right. Okay. So this is kind of interesting. A successful career or a happy family life?
Happy family life. Because money can't buy happiness, and you're gonna have to have something to fall back on. Like I come home to an empty house, and this feline cat that flies at me be scratching me up and everything. Ooh, I'm tired of her anyway. She needs to get somebody like that fake ass homeless lady in my neighborhood. Back to the story, but yeah, definitely family.
I totally agree.
Same thing.
And adult mind in a child body or a child mind in an adult body?
Oh, honey, you know the answer to this now. We just had a conversation.
That's why I was laughing. I was like, oh, she is born.
I had a 2-minute rant. You know the answer to that now. All right, I be ready to pen slap a lot of these childlike mind type of those. I'm like, bro, tricks are for kids. When y'all gonna grow up, man? About tired of y'all. Y'all are acting y'all shoe size right now, man. Like, come on. And you want me to hang out with you? I'm tired of these adults in quotation marks who be sneak dissing. Bro, if you don't at that person, or not even at the person, get on the phone with them. What I gotta sit here and do a rant about you in? Like, nobody cares. You need to start arguing with your imaginary friend, okay? That person you talk about probably don't even exist. All right, I'm just saying.
Or even knows you exist, for that matter. So, yeah.
You don't give a damn.
People be on some nonsense.
I've had people try to sneak diss me. You know what I do? I laugh and I go to the next page. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. Come on now, because I'll pull up on you, okay? I don't even shoot people, okay? I'm going to fight you, shoot you with these fists going across your face. How about that?
She speaks my love language. I was
going to say, that's the energy that we're on.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all a quick question. Have y'all ever been in a fight before or came close to one?
I've come close to a lot of fights.
Yeah.
My mouth kind of gets me out of.
I've never actually had a fight though.
I always wanted to. I tell her all the time, like I just want to see if I can get.
You know what? We on the same page. We on the same page.
I just want one fight.
Let's put some boxing gloves on. And let's duke it out in the ring.
Okay. We probably could get.
Like you just gotta pick a play. You gotta pick. Yeah, I'm serious. Let's do it. Like, I always wanted to get into a fight or just jump in and punch somebody's back and run off. Like, I don't know. Which anybody out there who is about to jump somebody, let me know so I can punch them in the back and run off.
And then go.
And I'm weird enough to see, can I take a hit? Because sometimes you know how you stub your toe, it can bring it to your knees. I'm like, so can I take a hit? I think I can.
I think adrenaline changes.
But don't hit me here. Hit me somewhere else because.
I mean, but that's the thing about fighting. Like when you fight, you can punch them in the face. Like you got to keep, you know.
Don't punch me in the face because I'm gonna be so pissed.
You can't say
fight is gonna turn into something.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like there's a thing called fair fighting though. Like when it comes to fair fighting, like you should not be getting no glad bottles and just try to throw them at a person. You don't do that. We
Yeah.
do not do that. Oh, I got this or that for you guys. I got this or
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Or
Yay.
would you rather? Um. Okay, wait. Are you better at keeping secrets or money? That's hard.
Secrets, because I be spending money like I don't have good sense. Like I'm not gonna be old one day and I'm
Yeah.
gonna need this money.
I'm
I
good
do
at
be
keeping
keeping secrets.
secrets. Yeah. I got secrets from preschool still.
You know what? I'm better at keeping money. Not saying nobody can tell me now. You can still tell me stuff, but I feel like
I was
now
about to say
because
your
I'm
friends
an
gonna be hearing
adult,
this.
I'm gonna tell you this. Now that I'm an adult, like
Mm-hmm.
money is something that is very important to keep. Secrets, you know what? I knew for a fact keeping secrets weren't like nobody took them seriously when I was the only one who still had people's secret from age 0. Okay, everybody kept telling everything about me. Oh, did you hear about Kyndra? How you know about that? Oh, you know, old girl said something. I'm like, bro, like then I wanted to swing on her, but then like she allowed me to stay with her, so
Right.
I couldn't do that. You know, mama and daughter. Ain't you know what? I learned the biggest gossipers are mothers and their oldest daughters. Man, be sitting here
Yep.
having a whole field day talking about me. Like you weren't supposed to
Yep.
tell nobody that. So now it's
Yep.
just money.
Your mama will turn on you real quick too.
She be telling the
The whole
aunties,
family
the
business.
whole
Like I
family
told you
tree.
in confidence, ma'am.
Right. Why are you telling? Why are you telling my aunt? That's
Right.
not her business.
At all. So I agree.
Exactly.
I want to be. Okay. Does it count if I use promo codes, or is the money still being spent?
I mean, that's kind of true. That's frugal. That's frugal.
Okay.
We can get behind that.
Yeah. Okay,
So
top secret.
if I don't know if we've gotten into it, so I know we introduced Kyndra, but in case you guys cannot tell, she is a comedian.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about how you guys started, or who some of your favorite comedians are. We want to hear about your inspo.
Okay, you said or. Which one do you want me to answer the
I
most?
want I want you to wrap it all up in a
Right.
nice, pretty bow for
I
me.
try
We
to
want
I
to hear.
try to follow directions. That's why I failed school because I didn't follow directions. So when it says or, I'm like, which one is more important? All right, I'm gonna go with the first one. So, got into comedy just trying to figure out exactly what was it I really wanted to be in life, and so I just went through a series of unfortunate events. And the first thing I said was I wanted to be a chef until I realized that I'm not good at math. I hate math, and I knew for a fact that's all I had was gonna be using a half a cup of this, a three. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, another day has passed, and I still have not used the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, the way that I be cooking, okay, I stop seasoning when my ancestors tell me to stop, child. Okay,
Yes.
I'm not gonna use no white person's cookbook made for white people. The only white person's cookbook I trust is Martha Stewart. That woman's not even white; she's black. Okay,
Yeah.
first thing I want to say about that. So I
Yeah.
thought about being a chef, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I want to be a WWE wrestler next, right? And then I really, and it was only
That's a big jump.
because it was a big jump. And it was only because I wanted to just jump in the ring with John Cena. That was my first husband. Not the first, maybe the
Yes.
first. Yes, you can't see me. I was,
Right.
but he started aging like bananas as I got older, and I'm like, you know what? He's
Girl.
not as fine as he used to be. All right, but I tell you
Mm-hmm.
that, man, I was gonna be crazy about him. It was gonna be like a toss up between being his girlfriend or being Lil Bow Wow's girlfriend. All that good stuff.
That's a
Back to
big
the story.
difference.
Then I realized that like I said, when it came with WWE wrestling, those submission moves that I had placed down on me, it hurt. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not about to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I said last thing I said that I wanted to be was a hairstylist until I realized that you have to stand up on your feet all day and you can catch carpal
Yes.
tunnel.
Oh,
So what happens if you
Yes.
have to go, want to go home to masturbate? You can't, okay? And guys, I told y'all, I live in a Section 8 neighborhood. I ain't got no detachable shower head to go and have the good fun time with, okay? Shout out to the women who do have that, or men, whatever you like, okay?
Whatever you like.
Oh wait, and answer what top 5 comedians. I'm gonna give you my top 5 comedians, and I'm going to exclude Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, and Kevin Hart. Even though Kevin Hart's not funny, okay. When you start wearing a dress, you already sold out. Back to the story.
that's
So
Can't say
I
I
am
disagree.
going to go with Arnez J from Def Comedy Jam. I'm
Yes.
going to go with Chris Rock, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Carlos Miller from Wild and Out 85
I
South
love
Show.
Carl.
Yes.
Yo, I can watch 85 South Show all day
I
on
know.
repeat. Those are all really good comedians.
I still miss Bernie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I love me some Bernie Mac, and
Where
every
were you
time
when he had passed away?
you said, "Where was I?"
Mm-hmm.
Mm, home.
I'm sure. I'm gonna say, how? What year was that?
I was about to
I
I
can't
think
say.
remember
like
yesterday.
2007. I know where I was. It was
7.
2008. I know,
Okay.
or two. No, it was 2007. I remember where I was. I was actually in his hometown, and I
Really?
remember it was lightning and thundering
Hmm.
that day, so the lights were off, right? And we were on like just in the in the kitchen. Everybody started singing hymns because like I got a bunch of old ass people in my family too, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like I just left church this morning. Come on now. Like,
I'm
no,
surprised.
like we went because it was my cousin's funeral, and
Right.
so it was like a Monday night, I believe, and then all of a sudden, like everybody singing hymns. I'm like, bro, it was already depressing yesterday. Okay, people,
Yeah.
somebody had let loose in that church, and they had the whole like row where I was at stinking. Okay, and I'm like, bro, you are
Mm-mm,
mentally sick, and then
no.
you out here singing hymns. Okay, you singing, and it wasn't no baby, it was an adult letting loose. I'm like, bro, you are ill. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, why? Not listen. I felt. I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all seen the episode of SpongeBob when SpongeBob had ate that Sunday, that funky Sunday, and then like the bad breath
Yes.
was, and then he had spoke to Patrick, and Patrick's eyebrows like, zoom, honey, listen,
Yeah.
my eyebrows
It was
just
bad
zoom
up in church.
off, but they grew back eventually because it was somebody was funky in there. But yeah, whose celebrity death would you guys say affected you the most thus far?
Paul Walker. I'm so sad.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was Lee Thompson Young. My dad actually called me while I was like at work, make sure I was okay. I love me some Lee Thompson Young.
Yeah.
I'm still upset.
I'm so upset about Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to the Charlie, what is it, Charlie Puth
Food, yeah.
song
Yeah.
every single time. I'm like, oh, Paul. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that talk about crush. She's all that.
That was
Okay,
that
like,
was your first Jungle Fever crush.
you know, actually it was Zach Morris, but to me they're in the same lane. You know, Mark Paul Gosselaar. I'm here for that too. So there's a long list.
Did you have a Jungle Fever crush? Not
Yeah, I said John Cena.
John
That's why I was
Cena.
trying to get
Oh, that's right, John
WWE.
Cena. That's right.
And then there was who else was it? What Channing Tatum? I
Ooh,
had I
I
had
still
like
love.
Yeah, I love
I
me some
liked Vin
Channing Tatum.
Diesel. I
Yes.
had like who else was there? Paul Wall now, but he married, so I can't have him, honey. But I'm gonna tell y'all really who my real husband is, because we actually seeing other people right now. I'm about to let the cat out the bag. All right, this is our secret, okay?
Okay, I'm
Um,
here.
my husband is Jason Terrell Taylor, aka Rapper the Game.
Yes.
Listen, sir, you need to respond back to my DM that I sent you on April 19, 2020 at 1:38 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. I'm getting up close and personal with you. Okay, you know what time it is. Respond back to my DM, doggone it.
We will send him this.
JCon used to
make
be
sure.
out here with the Fire Friday post, and I used to be like, okay, let me.
Oh yeah, why do you think he stopped that?
I don't know.
You
Maybe
think he
because
was
his
running
kids
out
got
of
older.
captions?
Maybe he was just trying to
Hashtags?
be more close to God. I don't know. But
No,
we miss them.
honey.
If you
Please.
wanna start
Yeah, right.
posting
That
them
man ain't
again.
nowhere. Listen, that's why he needs to be. That's why he needs to. That's why he needs to like come be with me, and I can get him real close to God in a biblical way. Get your mind out the gutter, honey. Okay.
Oh,
Listen. I even got the Bible right here. We're gonna be. We really gonna be on
You
it.
cannot be
We
on
really
that.
gonna be on But no, let me tell you something, man. I remember one time I had commented on the post of the Fine Nigga Friday, right? And I was down. All I think I said was yes in all caps, right? And exclamation points. Two white men's wrinkly sausages jumped in my DMs, and after that, I stopped commenting. And then I realized that you know
You scared
what?
now?
I'm not the only person that they probably did this to, because I was
Yeah,
like,
but
bro, did y'all just jump on every woman's like DM and send that to you? Like, have the audacity? Like, do I look like I want that type of ping? You probably got it from the internet.
but don't let them block your blessings. Keep commenting. Yes, somebody got to answer. Just move along. But then again, you said maybe you want to be a sugar baby. You never know what might lead to any of this. So try.
I
Keep
agree.
going.
Of course.
Let him
So
know.
we're glad to hear about all of your inspiration from your favorite comedians. So with it being Women's History Month, one of the things that we know is a lot of times when we think about comedy, kind of like you pointed out, it's a very male dominated industry. So how do you fare with that? Like how does it go for you, or maybe some challenges that you have?
I mean, the only challenge I have maybe want me to prostitute myself. You know, people be wanting me to pay them to try to put my name out there. I'm like, Negro, promotion is
Really?
free. I mean,
Right.
listen, the airport's always hiring, and so is the strip club. Okay, you can be something there. Okay,
Hell, you
back
ain't even
to the
gotta go that far no
story.
more.
Go to
OnlyFans.
the VIP room where they make extra money somehow. Right? Not gonna put out how y'all they make it because remember, I'm still keeping secrets. Back to the
That's
story.
true.
So with that being said, it's just like it to me is it gets hard because it's like I really want to make it, but some like I said, people ain't gonna always give you a chance. So again, that's probably the only thing about prostitution wise, and people wanting me to pay them and going broke to get my name out there.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
not
we
good.
hear about that in the media industry, like as a whole. There's constantly, even with like when we talk about like actresses and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, people always think women out here trying to sell something other than a skill
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm not selling
But
anything.
I think
I'm
or
what
a
just
happens
talent.
is you
offering a
have people in the
talent.
past who actually do that, have done that. You know,
Right.
Right. And that makes it hard for everyone else who draws a hard line in the sand. Like, no, I'm gonna have to make it on my merit and not because you're trying to get my womanly woes.
Right.
Y'all gotta chill.
Take
That
that case by case, because I ain't the case. I'm not the one
no.
nor the two.
Mm-mm.
well, yeah, that's right. Not the 1, 2, or 100. That's it.
Right. I wasn't it. So yeah. So what we really want to know is in a pandemic, I feel like it's hard. Even like what we do, it's like how do you find inspiration? How do you keep everything fresh? So what would you say would be how you draw inspiration, or even like some advice that you can give those who are in a creative space? Like what would you say to them? Say to us.
Well,
Actually.
this is to anybody. It doesn't even have to be about comedy. It can just be anybody
Hmm.
going after their dreams. I'm telling you something that you gotta pay $19.99 for shipping and handling. Okay, off those infomercials. All right. My inspiration, or anybody out there who's down, you gotta realize, man, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you deal with it. Okay, that's the first
Absolutely.
thing I
Mhm.
want to say about that.
Yes.
Number two, you gotta go to God and actually have a real relationship. Stop being like these fake lukewarm type of believers. Okay. And I understand you might say, well, Kyndra, are you judging? No, I'm not. I'm letting you know what time it is. Okay. I'm preaching the message. I'm also a minister. I'll be doing Hood Bible study on Tuesday nights. Okay. So I'm everything. I'm an entrepreneur. All right.
I like that.
So
I entrepreneur.
with that being said, with that being said, by going to the Father and having an actual relationship with Him, you will be able to have certain ideas pop up into your mind. He'll
Hmm.
put the right people in your path so you can keep on going and pressing on and all that other type of stuff. All of that type of stuff is going to end up happening, you know, for you.
Right.
So as far as where my inspirations come from, just everyday life, I can just watch a video and find something funny. I could have conversations with people through my DMs, whatever it might be. It's
Hmm.
always something that I can always bring some type of inspiration out of. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that.
Also, and then so since you are entrepreneur and you're a pastor yourself, do you find because Christians can be the most critical at times? Do you find that
Oh,
when you
of
are
course they
doing
are. That's why I denounced Christianity. I just say I'm a follower of
a
Christ.
follower of Christ? Okay, so do you find that you get some kind like judgment with some of your material that you may put out, or like, and how do you deal with that?
Mm-hmm. All the time. Mama, let me tell you something. I put this video out about how women need to give head on their periods, right? My mama caught that, saw that video, and then she was like, Kendra, da, 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 da. Whatever else she said. It was like, wah, wah. I was like, okay.
Right.
So, and then she tried to curse me, and I'm like, you're blaspheming God. So,
Right.
okay.
You put a Kirk
What do,
Franklin.
this is what I realized, man. Everybody, again, there's nowhere in the Bible where it talks about profanity. The only thing that talks about cursing is when you speak death on
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
people. Like if I say that you all ain't shit and you stupid MS and you ain't never gonna be nobody, did you know you're not even supposed to say the word fool?
Right.
Don't call nobody a fool. Don't say like because you that is like you are destined for hellfire. Do not say the word fool. Like I had to
Mm-hmm.
stop saying that. And I literally have been doing good. I'm on day 5. Okay. But listen, Now, last time I went to go flick the beam. Okay, but I think I might break flicking the beam after I get off this call with you guys. All right, back to the story. Yes, I feel the urge. Back to the story. Don't y'all edit this out either. This is who I am all day long.
At all.
Okay, do not edit this out.
I am not.
but-
This is a safe space.
When you say, like I said, when you say fool, don't say the word fool unless you're saying that person's acting like a fool. But you say, "What's up, fool?" Don't do that. Don't do. It's like saying, "What's up, bitch?" We're not bitches. I don't know where people got that and think it's cool to call women that. Because if you call me that, I'm gonna let you know the first time. If you do it again, I'm not talking to you no more. Because I that's disrespectful to me. That means you ready to fight. But no, when you say those words, that's cursing. But if you step on something in the middle of the night, for all the parents out there who got kids, they might be rolling up on the back of your heel at the grocery store, whatever.
They will.
Somebody cuts you off. Somebody cuts you off while you driving. What you gonna say? God bless you. No, you not.
Nah.
You ain't saying
Not at
that.
all.
Okay. So again, wait. Let's take it even better. What if you're in your marital bed with your spouse? Y'all playing some Fred Hammond in the background?
Sounds
First
awful.
name nigga, last name please. Okay, come on.
Right. And I think that is such an honest statement because I get it. I experience it all the time. I'm just like, y'all act like I don't know. And we're all just supposed to just be like, oh yeah, praise the Lord to everybody. And you don't say things. Again, Kirk Franklin just came out and had to deal with all these. Like, y'all really think just because I say hallelujah that I'm not supposed to be human behind it. And that the reason why I asked that question is because sometimes I'll see a video or whatever. I'm like, should I post this? I don't want the church folk to get mad at me. It's like, but then you're kind of like, I'm kind of downplaying myself in a way.
Listen, God made
so let me see
who you are.
Right.
That's true. Because I be saying
don't
stuff.
be
ashamed,
ashamed, man.
All right. I'm gonna send you my
Anybody out
therapy
there
copay
listening,
later.
don't be ashamed of who God has created you to be.
Right.
Okay, that's really about it. Don't be ashamed who God has created you to be. Do not sit here and now listen. You do want to still make the change to be the best version that He wants us to be. That means stop stealing. That goes to trying to steal other women's men. Okay, they ain't your soulmate. All right, I don't care how many times Alicia Keys has probably motivated you to do it.
Exactly.
Or any other woman out there. Don't matter. Don't learn from them, man. Don't because that they on the public. She's on a public figure amongst others, so that's always gonna be talked about. Other people but still, you don't be stealing. Don't lie. Okay, now there's acceptable way. And again, y'all gonna be like, Kyndra, didn't you just say don't lie? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Now, let's say, okay, oh, this is something, all right, I just thought about because I was going to use a different example, but for this whole COVID thing. Now, my job has this thing where right before, if I'm trying to access my schedule, it'll say stuff like, ask me about COVID. Do I have any symptoms? Blase whoop. Right. Now, if I actually decide to say, yes, I had a dry cough, this morning, oh, well, you got to stay home for 10 days.
Right.
A lot of these jobs ain't going, what if your job doesn't pay you for that? Right. What if your job, or let's say you had a sneeze or something like that, just because you were cooking, pepper got it, or you don't even have to, you could just sneeze out of nowhere. Right. Okay, whatever. What if you just had to, whatever it might be, okay? Your nose starts running, whatever. If you decide to say, I'm going to be truthful and say, I had this, and this. Oh, you got to stay home for about two weeks or even a month. What if they don't pay you? Then what are you going to do? So again, God also gives you wisdom when to tell the truth and when not to.
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely. That's about it, man. I'll tell you on this. On social media, just play the game like everybody else. Don't tell people what your real age is. Don't really tell them where you're from. Okay. Nobody knows how old I am online unless you're not trying to holler at me. Okay. So you trying to holler at me, you don't get my real age, baby. That's the honest truth. All right. Because I look at it like this. I'm like, bro, number one, that's what all women do. Once we get to a certain age, we're like thinking, oh damn, we hitting 40. Let's just say we 33.
I mean, that is
a nice cute number.
That is a good age.
Yeah.
have y'all ever gave a fake name to on purpose?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
See, that's what we do.
The problem is when you live in a small place, then you run into the same people at some point in time, and they come back like, hey.
And you don't remember the name you gave them. You're like, oh, yeah, that is me.
Yeah, I gotta be more consistent.
Hey.
Or giving someone a fake number.
Where you guys originally? What state are you all staying in originally?
Delaware.
Oh, wait, y'all got
Yeah.
black folks out there? That's lovely. Wait, okay, I got a question for y'all. So, seeming that you do have black people out there, when you like, are y'all from there? Or you just moved there?
I'm from here.
She's from here. I'm not from here. I moved from Philly, and that's where all the Negroes are coming from. That's why.
Why
you see
are
more
y'all?
black
Is it because
people.
it's is it because of the violence, the cost of living? What is it?
Cost of living.
Cost of living is cheaper, and I guess not even guess, it's more opportunities in Delaware versus in Philly. So the school districts.
Wait. So here's my question, because I'm trying to get the hell out of Atlanta. Like, even I was looking at some housing in the hoods where I'm like, okay, I can go to the hoods. They ain't gonna fail me. For a 1-bedroom house, it's like $950 in the hood, man. Like, where did they? I saw them sell cocaine next door. Okay, why is it $950 for a 1-bedroom? Some bull crap, right?
Yeah.
No, all right. So let me ask y'all something.
Yeah.
Let me ask if I for example, could I get because I hate how apartments want you to have like 3 times the monthly rent or whatever. I'm like, bro, if you just don't save it's 1 time for the monthly rent, because on average, how are we actually banking like that to have 3, and then if you
Right.
buy yourself to have
Right.
3 times the monthly rent, like that's just some bull crap.
Because if I did, I would have a house.
So here's my question for you. And then they want to be strict. Oh, no smoking up in here. 2 pet minimum. The pet must be under 15 pounds. You know, if you have a snail, it needs to be under 2 pounds. Like they always got. I'm like, bro, like I want to ban all y'all. Okay, but no, here's my question for you. Okay, so if I make like $9 an hour, okay, after 40 weeks, let's just say that's $500 a week. All right. My question to you is, could I find how much is a 1-bedroom there, like in a decent neighborhood, like 700 or less than that?
It ain't less.
I think
it's more.
It's more.
Yeah. It ain't less. I want you, even like, what's that? Castle, how much is it over there? I think it's about the same, like $950.
Yeah.
For a 1-bedroom?
For a 1-bedroom.
I'm pretty sure it's
And
so
do
they raise the prices of work? Like, is minimum wage $15 an hour or what?
No, it's like 11, 20 something.
Is it 11 something?
I don't think
We
it's
are
15.
still at 7.
It's not. No, it's not 15.
Here.
I didn't think it was 11.
Or maybe it's 10. I know it's not.
So wait, so if y'all saying,
oh, okay.
Wait, so here's my question: if y'all are saying that the price of living is so much cheaper in Delaware than it is in Philly and Atlanta, like what's cheaper? Because it sounds like we all in the same boat.
Well, as far as housing, like it's not so much apartments, but if like you're looking for a house with land and taxes, it's cheaper than buying if you're going to the suburbs in Pennsylvania. Like, and even in the city, taxes are high. So it's really you're coming out of the city to get more space and less taxes.
Yeah.
Not so much like the apartments. And like even with the apartments that you pay utilities, you have to go in the city, and there's a hood everywhere. There's a hood in Delaware. So you're going into the city, and you can't go on this side past 10 o'clock. You can't go on this side past 6. So.
And this road you never go down.
Never go down
there. Wait, can I go down that road like during this bright sunny?
Let me tell you, in Wilmington, which is the major city here, where the downtown district is, they have like this security downtown visions. I think it's downtown visions, where they'll walk you from your building to your parking lot, but they stop at a certain point because they say, it's dangerous past this point. The security says we can't walk you past this point.
So what's the police doing?
Nothing.
What's your mayor? Governor.
Name my mayor. I don't know.
I don't live there.
I don't know what's his name. We worked there, but then even then I was like, I didn't go out, but across the street to grab a sandwich and come back. So
and not at the McDonald's.
So what actually happens when you go across the street? Because I know you know something. Somebody done said something.
I go across the street. I say, hey, no, I ain't got $1 today, and I grab my sandwich and I go right back in. I literally will go across.
It's just a J on the street on the corner.
Yeah, it was back to back. It was like a Jamaican spot, a Chinese store, and like almost like a bodega kind of place.
So three different people at each store trying to solicit. So what's bad about that? You make it seem like it's a zombie apocalypse over there.
No, I'm saying you were not going past that street. You didn't have any options.
It's not a nice place to go.
No, and it's getting gentrified, so it looks better, but you still again, if the security is saying we can't walk you to if you're beyond this point, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try it out because I'm free spirited hippie.
Come to
Okay,
Delaware.
Oh,
Please
yeah,
come to
I'm
Delaware.
not that free spirited.
so
I'm gonna mind
I'll
my
come
business
and
in
I
Newark.
need. Listen, I'll just drive down there. If I see something crazy, I can speed off. You know,
Yeah.
since you say ain't no police, I mean, hell, I could probably go smoke a blizzy in the middle of the street. Ain't nobody gonna
There's
bother me.
police. They're just not doing a lot. There's
Okay,
police
so
still.
I'm saying that's why I say there's no police. They ain't
Oh,
doing nothing. They just
no, you
they
got a point.
you know in the
You got
back
a point.
watching Martin or whatever.
Right.
You got a point.
They around.
Yeah, but
They
come to
around.
Del. I mean, we're not going to do anything in Del. We'll probably drive to Philly to do something. But you know, you can come by and look at all the grass and the cows.
It's more than grass and cows. It's starting to be a little built up here. Okay. I remember when it was just grass and cows. There's things. But yeah, usually we wind up in Philly or DC or Baltimore. There's way more things to do there. It's kind of boring here. There's no nightlife. We're not going to be like, oh, let's go to the lounge. What lounge? There's nothing. So you got to travel a little bit. But you can come home to the peace. But I know that we talked too about the Christianity part of it. So in general, I know that one of the things that often comes up with comedians is cancel culture. So maybe outside of just the sector of Christians canceling you, do you ever feel like there's jokes that you can't say because they're too far left, right? Or they're too far off par with you just in general? Because for instance, like sometimes you'll watch like the Dave Chappelle's who he'll build you up into the joke and then you're like, huh, it kind of made you think, even though maybe it's not something necessarily that everyone loves or it's everyone's cup of tea. Is cancel culture a thing that comedians worry about, or do you guys really still subscribe to the fact that you're a comedian, it's a joke, and really people should kind of allow you guys to be expressive and creative in that way?
Oh man, there was so many great points in your paragraph you just spoke. I love it. All right, so let me answer what I can remember. Okay, because I was like, all right, okay, wait, Kyndra, get this. No. So let's talk about cancel culture. Okay, first off, there are jokes period that you should not ever, or things topics period you should not ever joke about. Number one, you stay away from rape, incest, molestation, pedophilia. There's nothing funny about that. People tried that with R. Kelly, and it was funny when it first came out, but you should still not make jokes about R. Kelly. I think he was in my dream the other day. Anyway, so with all that being said, with that being said, there are jokes, like I said, you stay away from that. Now, I've made gay jokes before. I've said certain things, regarding the community. Some people loved it, some people didn't. And that's when I realized, you know what, Kyndra, you gotta tread lightly. I've had people before I jump on their podcast, they said make sure you stay away from, any LGBT jokes, no Beyonce slander, nothing like that, right? And so Beyonce I'm like, slander. Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, I have plenty. I posted some jokes out there that got me canceled. I'm like, you know what? I love it. Every year or month, I get canceled. I say I'm very brutal on my. Now here's what I will say: is when you said our comedians skeptical, not every comedian's different. You got Lil Duval. Lil Duval does not give a damn.
No,
I like Lil Duval.
Yeah.
He had said on his Twitter, don't commit suicide. You're gonna die anyway. Funny as hell to me, okay? But you can't really say that.
Not everybody is gonna be.
Lil Duval said that, guys, not me. Not me, Lil Duval.
Right.
Not me. But no, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I do say on my podcast that I just don't give a damn about and everything else. But other stuff, it's so much. I have something I'm gonna tell you guys after we finish recording. That I was about to say, but my friend had to tell me not to say it and everything else. But like I said, with all that being said, you do have to be mindful because people are ready to like. That's the one thing I don't like about Instagram. Instagram can shadow ban you, and somehow your page goes down, and you have to build your following up again.
Right.
I like Twitter. You can't get banned off Twitter unless you happen to do the same things that Donnie.
I don't even know how
good old Donnie did.
With the things that I see on Twitter, I don't know who be getting banned because I be seeing all types of stuff on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even have to go to any type of hub I'm just gonna scroll through Twitter.
Yeah, like I
Googling.
said, Donnie, good old Donnie. He got banned and everything else. But if you're on his level, stuff like that, it depends. Like I said, depends on who you are, man. If you are deemed as a threat, then they gonna try to, have you in the same on the same island as Tupac, or white folks say Tupac, stuff like that. So, and even like I said, people, I just be making jokes all the time, and people just like, I'm gonna give you this example. This one guy, I have so many different stories, but this one guy, who gave, this was, I remember the dates perfectly. It was February 13th, 2020. All right. So anyway, there was this one guy. He was so fine. He was so fine. Theo is his name. He ain't gonna listen to this. If he do, then thank you for somehow stalking me. Okay, back to the story. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This seems so creepy. I kind of always wanted to be stalked by a fine guy who's like into me, not the ones I don't want. Like, I kind of want to be stalked by.
It's not weird at all. Like, I get it.
No, it's very weird. But like, I just always like blowing. If I like you and you blowing up my phone, I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, man, this cooter cat got some powers. Okay, back to the story. So I remember Theo, he gave me some head, right? This is what was so crazy. I would say we had a conversation earlier that day, and normally, when I say normally, 100% of the times, okay, but you break that 1%. But it's normally, if I ever do anything with somebody, okay, I know them for a period of time before just doing that.
That sounds
okay.
Safe.
Because I've been around the block and back. I actually lost count. I don't know what the number is. I think it might be 50. Last I checked, it could be 80. Okay, I don't know. But I know I talk to a lot of people, and I keep in contact with people over the years. Okay, I'm a free-spirited person. Back to the story.
And that's your business. Yep. Yes.
Be free, man. We all go through our whole years. If you don't, it's going to haunt you in your marriage. Back to the story. So, with all that being said, Theo ended up having.
Come on with the bars.
Me and Theo had a conversation earlier that day. We were talking on the phone, like messaging each other throughout the day. And I said, well, can I come visit you later tonight? And it wasn't no freaky talk, because I let him know. I said, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm still a virgin. And in present day, I still am. Okay. But I am letting you know I am still a virgin. Okay. And he's like, okay, not a problem, whatever. But I guess he had different ulterior motives when I came to his house. Because he told me the last time he did something with somebody, and I told him the last time I did something with somebody. I was honest with that. Okay. It felt like he just had some, like, probably a week ago or something like that. The way that he was acting, he just jumped all on me. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Okay, baby says you ain't gonna offer me no food or drink. You ain't gonna introduce me to your dog. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Just saying. But anyway, so I remember he gave me some head that night, and then like 3 days later, he hits me up and says, like, are you sure you don't have nothing? Are you sure you ain't got nothing? Sir.
Blocked.
Not blocked. Want your memory back, because I know I didn't do this.
So I said, what's the issue? Why are you bringing this up to me, even though we did something like 3 days ago, and we already talked about it. I was honest. I don't know about you.
Right.
He's like, because adults like to talk about everything except their status. I just got to make sure. I said, well, look, if you have something, I guess we both have something together. Okay, we just gonna be out of here together. And he's like, that's not funny. Don't say that to me. I'm like, okay, it was just a joke. See, I got canceled from him by that. Okay, moral of the story. And then he blocked me like months later. I didn't do nothing. Like, he solicited me again, right? Okay, because he thought I was just being nervous the first time,
right?
And I wasn't, whatever else it may be. And I remember, I walked up in his house again, right? No food, no drink. He just still didn't introduce me to the dog. Okay, and so. So anyway, I'm on the bed, and he says, okay, turn around. I'm like, oh, okay, turning around, right? I said, I'm letting you know I didn't shave. I be trying to cockblock myself by not shaving. It don't work.
You know that don't work. That never works. Oh. It works in our mind.
It works with those young boys. You say, oh, they don't care.
They don't, you're right. They don't care. So anyway, the way I'm cockblocking myself, I'm not answering that text. Nope, I'm good. So anyway, he gives me head from behind. I'm like, okay, this is feeling great. Then all of a sudden, I feel something going up and going down my butt. And I was like, turned around. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, and he jumps back, right? He jumps back. He's like, I knew. He says, you know what? This is the 75% I'm talking about. You're not gonna try to give me. Skirt.
What?
So
Absolutely not.
Basically, let me catch everybody up on game, because this was just a bunch of like girl talk amongst girls, and people like, what you talking about? So basically, what I'm saying is, we had a conversation prior to me getting on his bed and turning around. He had said to me that, I don't mind being in a relationship, but I just like, I'm cool on it right now, and if we end up being in a relationship, you're gonna have to give me like 75%. Okay, basically he was trying to have, wanting sex. I'm like letting you know, like, bro, like, I'll have sex when I feel like it. Might not be till I get married. Like, I want to be able to be successful first, and then let somebody hump on me. Okay, I mean, even though, like, I don't know how broke people just be, still ready to go and have sex. Like, what's wrong with you?
Just making babies, like they don't have no other things to do to progress in life.
First of all, if you got energy, go get a job.
Get a second job.
They got too much energy. That's why they were able to wear you out at night. Back to the story. So it's like, so basically, and this is really what was mind-boggling to me. He had said to me, he said, hey, I believe in God, but, and I was like, there should be no but I'm not gonna wait till marriage. I'm not gonna go the same route you going. I'm like, oh, okay. Left it alone. I made a few statuses, not about him, just in general. And he literally just he blocked me, and then he sent me a text message out the blue, say, so what you got going on? I feel like you hiding something. Who are you portraying to be? I'm like, brother, you broken. You are hurt. Right. You are hurt. You need help.
Yeah, Theo's canceled.
That was back in August. I'll probably see him, in traffic when I'm, with my chinchilla fur coat on Hollywood. Right.
Looking real
oh, brother, you still look like a bum. Okay, right. You out there still trying to raw females? Okay. How many STDs do you have this time, brother?
Right. That sounds like guilt make you tilt if I ever heard it.
Yeah.
No. Theo?
Theo's toxic. You should have blocked it. Is he blocked? Did you block him?
No, he blocked me. I don't block folks, man. I want you to see this greatness bestowed upon you. Okay? Can I be transparent and open with you ladies? Let me be honest with you.
Yes.
So the reason I didn't block him, because I'm just being honest with you guys, I've never had anybody who was attractive in my age group trying, like, I'm a 90s baby, so I've never had anybody who's attractive in my age group wanting to be with me. Okay, it's always people who are possibly in my age group who are unattractive, older men. They ain't got nothing going on. Theo had a car. Theo had a job. Okay, and it was a legal job. Okay, and he was fine. And I liked his penis the first time. The second time, it looked like it had a bump on it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying he was chocolatey. Child, his lips look nice. Like, listen. You know what I want y'all to do. After once we end this, I need y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what his name is on there, okay? Y'all see, because he ain't blocked y'all. Anyway, so
you need us to say anything to him specifically.
That's the reason. You can say something to him. It don't matter. That's the reason why I honestly, wanted him to stay around. And sometimes what I realize is, I'm gonna say, I know we got a couple minutes left before I got to skedaddle, but sometimes one thing I realize is, if you don't end up removing that person, God will remove that person for you. Mm-hmm. Because honestly, as I think about it, man, even dealing with Theo, he showed me his niceness for those first day, but then the real him came out, and then I realized he's a broken individual. And God will send you, if you want a good looking person, God's gonna send that person to you, but he's gonna make sure that they're whole and they're complete before coming to you. Yeah, like I'm gonna use a reference in the Bible. I was reading about Isaac and Rebecca, how Isaac had prayed and asked God to send him a wife. Now Rebecca turned out she really wasn't hitting on shit, but in the beginning she was, and for a while she was, and stuff like that. She just was flawed, right? But Rebecca was beautiful. She had great characteristics. She tended to her man and stuff like that. She's like, hey, let me feed you. I was like, oh wow, you're better than a lot. You don't even know this brother. You already trying to feed him? Okay, back to the story. I just fed somebody last night. They said I did good. Back to the story. So, but no, like I said, God can send that to you. But again, it's a dime a dozen. I'm pretty sure whoever God's gonna send me, he's gonna look better than Theo in more ways than once.
So yes. You are speaking. Oh, you got me church rocking. I haven't church rocked in years. Church been closed. You better go ahead.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Right.
Listen. I can. We are all ministers in our own way. It just depends on, what you're saying and everything else. Like, I'm just a regular Joe Smo. And I'm being open and transparent with you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and fake the funk. I will
Yeah.
let you know what type of person I am and stuff like that. I used to be ashamed because of how I was growing up and everything was a sin in my household. But then I realized, like, you gotta live for you, not for your parents and everything else. That's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Well, you are definitely a
Absolutely.
beautiful person, and we know that you are booked and busy. So we want to make sure that you plug any and everything you got going on. Share your social media page if we need to check you out somewhere, because we will.
Hmm.
And we're going to also let Theo know get his life together.
That's
But
true.
don't bother me until then.
Offline.
We got you.
Offline.
We'll talk later.
Okay. And my Instagram is the Kyndra Crump Show. So the Kyndra Kyn as in Nancy, D as in David, RACRUM as in Mary, P as in Paul, and show. If you don't know how to spell show, go back to elementary school. Okay. You got left behind. All right. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump. So Kyndra space Crump. My own podcast is the Kyndra Crump Show, and normally I have episodes once or twice out the week. It just depends and stuff like that. So everybody's gonna enjoy it, and I just talk about a bunch of random stuff. And I got a co-host who's a lot more ignorant and vulgar than I am. So it's a win-win situation.
Awesome.
Amazing. Well, we really appreciate having you today. We have gotten so many laughs. I'm
Yes.
sure everyone is going
My
to
face
love
hurts.
this. So we will definitely be connected in the future. And I guess really quick, we'll just tell y'all what y'all not fitting to do is block any of our blessings.
Ha.
Period.
What the church say?
Amen.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure that you go ahead and get all that good information that Kyndra just told you. And until next time,
Bye.
bye.